Hello everybody, here for a slightly longer video finally. I've been doing a lot of shorts lately, and while they're enjoyable, I feel like I'm kind of leaving you guys out on some of the more informational type videos. Here for a video on propagation of bee balm. In this case, this is my eastern bee balm, or Monarda. It is roughly the same for all Monarda species, although some of them runner more efficiently and others self-seed more efficiently, but all of them are capable of at least some of both. This one in particular, I think, does really good at both. So those beautiful seed heads I showed off in a short a while back have all come and went, done their thing, and this is the first one that blooms. So, as is fairly obvious, these have already completely dried. Here we go. Allow me to zoom out. I picked up a little beetle along with it. So there's the seed head. Let me change my angle a little more so you don't have to be in the sun. But I accidentally took more of the plant with me than I needed to, but the plant won't really miss all of this. But the main thing is tipping it upside down and crushing it into my hand, rolling it around. I may have accidentally turned it upside down once because that bug that came up with it, but let me see. Yep, I already dumped it, so most of the seeds are gone. You can see the seeds are quite small, but there's two in the crook of my finger. Let me go back for another one because I really screwed that up. But here we go. Just pull the seed head up. This time I'm pinching it, turn it upside down. Of course, this is always easier to do in two hands. But as I roll it and crush it up in my fingertips, there's a few. This one must have already kind of been knocked around by the wind. It was sideways, but oh, there's the center. I guess I'll skip ahead to winnowing. You can gently blow to blow away a lot of the chaff. In that case, it scraped away a lot of the seeds too, but they're probably the best example I can give you of what each individual seed looks like. Come on now. Little bitty seed right there. They're quite small, but they do a good job at self-seeding. And what I am going to do with this is just walk it a little ways away next to my blueberry, dump them on the floor. But that's one of the first and easiest ways to propagate it, is just spreading the seeds around. You can, one of the things that I do, and in fact I'm going to show you another one of the same species just as an example. One of the things I like to do is I will come by, grab a seed head or two as I walk by, and make sure it's got some. Flip it upside down, roll it. That one seems pretty empty, so I'll grab another. Yep, plenty of seeds in that one. And I'll just walk around, crushing that up in my hand, rolling it around in my hand, just really pulverizing that material. Good if you like having something to play with in your hands while you walk. It's pretty nice. And I find a spot where the weeds have already been killed back pretty well, or any other thing like that. And I just kind of kick a little bit. Here we go. Let me show you. Yep, just kick away a little bit of the dirt, a little bit of the chips. I just let it fall right into that area. It will sit there over winter and do its thing, sprout in spring. Like a lot of wildflowers, they do better with a cold period, just like in nature, and in this case exactly as nature. But I have more of this same species here. This is an area I still need to finish mulching, but it's a guild for a aronia berry in the middle. There is a river locust here to chop and drop to fertilize. There is a asparagus over here. There's cut leaf coneflower in this area. Just generally a very nice plant. A very nice guild, I should say. Very nice guild to have around. Sorry if I muffled myself. I was wiping the sweat off my eye. It dripped right down. It's still hot out here in July, but all these, see, that one's not totally dry yet. These down here look totally dried out. Just, oh, yep, pulled up way more plant than I wanted to. But again, just, sorry about the cars, but just roll it around, crush it up, and yep, there's a few itty bitty ones. Come on, there we go. They're not going to focus, but yeah, so that's the main propagation I wanted to share. You can also treat it like mint, let it do its thing and spread and exist as it prefers to. Just going to drop this over some asparagus, but you can also just let it spread year by year through rhizomes, drive a shovel in, and pop chunks off of it and replant those chunks somewhere else. They respond well to that. You can take pieces like this that came up when I picked the seeds, and you can sprout them in water just like people do mint and other herbs. And what I tend to do, honestly, is if I find a good spot that I think it would look nice or function nice, I try to just kind of stick it under the mulch as far as I can. See, it's half covered, and that may die, but it also may take root. It may respond as though it's a rhizome underground. The whole thing may just take root and do its thing. So there you go. Bee balm propagation through cuttings, bee balm propagation through root division, and bee balm propagation through seeds. Great plant, very versatile, beautiful, smells good. Other side note is if you're not selling or spreading these seeds, letting them stay there, not only will it self-seed a bit, but many birds are aware, at least in America, because this is a native plant, that they can go into those seed heads and pick out those little seeds for a nice high protein meal, especially in winter with the varieties that are still in bloom right now. This one, you know, they'll probably be picked clean by winter, but I have others that are still in bloom in this very moment, and those ones will provide winter food for the bees. Not the bees will be asleep, the birds. This cut leaf coneflower down here might not bloom this year, but when it starts blooming, its seed heads will do the same. Echinacea, in fact, why not walk over and kind of show what I mean by this, but echinaceas will do the same thing yet again. If you have echinaceas that you don't deadhead and you leave to do their thing, here we have a green twister that's still starting out and doing its thing. It's not open yet, but all that center is where the seeds form. Those will be, you know, wintertime snacks for the birds. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can plant that you can either spread the seeds or leave the seeds for the birds. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you on the next video, and please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, my Patreon, my Etsy, all of those great things. And hopefully I get to teach you guys something useful again sometime soon. Thank you, and goodbye.